It's the Ragin' Canes. The Carolina Hurricanes just keep racking up the dubs. And a big driver of all this is Martin Necas. 7 points this weekend. It puts him up to 18 on the year. He's got 3 straight multi-point efforts, and it's led his Carolina Hurricanes to an 8-2 record. Has this Canes team changed your opinion of them at all with their play over the last couple weeks?
Yeah, I think when we went into this season, I believe the Carolina Hurricanes to be a good team, probably still really close to a 100-point team, but one that would take maybe a 5-point haircut off of last season and the last few seasons. And the reason for that is just the sheer number of bodies that they lost on the back end. But when you go back and you look through this team and really how they're built, it really feels to me like they kind of answered some of their, or filled some of their holes with players that really just seem to fit well. Like, it's all about setting proper expectations, right? They're looking for someone to contribute on the power play. Shane Gostisbehere had been there before in Carolina. He can do that. And when you look at, Sean Walker, ask the Philadelphia Flyers how much they miss Sean Walker to start this year. I don't think they've adequately replaced him. So I think we were all really caught up in the quality of defensemen that they lost in Brady Shea and Brett Pesce, and understandably so. But this is still a really formidable team built from the back end out, that even though we feel at times like they miss some of their superstar power up front, I mean, you see other guys step up. Marty Necas, 15 points in his last 6 games, 5 goals, 10 assists. This is still a really good, formidable, competitive team in the East.
Yeah, I mean, no matter which way you dice this Necas hot streak, it is wildly impressive. When you look at this forward group, you kind of said it, like the knock on Carolina has always been, do they have that pure game breaker, that truly elite offensive force? And you're right, like Aho is close, and Svechnikov, I think, is close. And Necas now, with the way he's playing, he's looking like that guy, but is that an 82-game thing we're getting from Martin Necas? They're built from the back end out. And when Freddie Anderson's healthy, they have a really good goaltending duo. But is this forward group good enough for them to power them on a deep run, on a Stanley Cup kind of a run?
That's the part that I don't necessarily agree on. Like, I don't necessarily think that they are, because they haven't shown the ability yet to break through and be able to beat teams that have that sort of next level of player that the Canes don't have. So that's the funny thing about the Stanley Cup playoffs, though. It's not always about the best team winning. It's sometimes one team gets hot. You go on a run like the Canes have been on, winning 6 straight. Everything feels good. Maybe the result is different. Were the St. Louis Blues the best team in the NHL when they won in 2019? I don't think so. I don't even think they were the best Blues team of the last 10 years. And what about the year before that with the Washington Capitals, 2018? Sometimes it's just about giving yourself an authentic opportunity to win over as many times over a 10-year period as you can, in the hopes that one year you break through. I don't necessarily see it on paper with the Canes, but I certainly am not going to knock their chance.
And that's kind of been their mantra with Tom Dundon, right? It's like, hey, just get to the dance, just keep getting to the dance, and one year you'll catch lightning in a bottle. And that really is, you listed some examples there. Like, the NHL is one of those sports where the best team doesn't often, or rarely ever, is the one that goes on the run and does the damn thing. So it's a great start in Carolina. They're 8-2. They weren't talked about early simply because they didn't play a lot of hockey games early on in the schedule. And now that they're catching up, people are starting to take notice. What's up, hockey fans? If you enjoyed that video, then you need to be hitting the subscribe button right here at Daily Faceoff. Exclusive interviews and analysis from our hockey insider Frank Seravalli, fantasy updates from Brock Sagan, and a daily live show at noon Eastern, Monday through Friday. You don't want to miss any of the fantastic content, so hit that subscribe button.